If I can get you to touch on, we just had recent events in boxing this past weekend. We just had Devin Haney, and what a lot of people are saying was a dominant performance over Regis Prograis to take his 140-pound WBC strap. Did you watch the fight?
I did. Great fight. Devin Haney did what he was supposed to do. Regis just, his feet, man. He couldn't chop his feet going forward. He would step one, his front foot, and then he would kind of like fall over, kind of with the second jab or his left hand. Um, but he did what he could. He fought tough, I guess. But it wasn't enough for Haney. Tip my hat off to Haney.
And in the week prior, we had RYAN Garcia versus Oscar Duarte. RYAN Garcia scoring a KO victory over a tough game, Oscar Duarte. Did you watch that fight?
Yeah, I did. Great fight as well. Um, wasn't too impressed with certain stuff I seen in there. He got the job done, so that's very good. Congratulations to him. But I think he showed some slightly flaws, and but overall, it was a good fight.
What do you think he showed that he needed to improve fighter to fighter?
I just think when they put the pressure on him, he folded. Like he kind of turned his back a few times. I just think Oscar couldn't capitalize on it. He couldn't make the adjustments. So he was able to do his thing, and he was able to fight comfortable after I think the ref kind of like took a right hand from Oscar because I think he was kind of like he was turning, but that was him turning. Oscar couldn't make an adjustment, so I think after that he was able to get comfortable in there.
Then a couple of weeks before that, we had Shakur Stevenson, 135 pounds versus De Los Santos in a fight that a lot of people called a snoozer. Shakur Stevenson getting it done by unanimous decision. What do you think about those two?
Good fight. Shakur did what he had to do. Edwin fought. I thought he fought good too, but he could have cut off the ring a little better, maybe. I get it. It's hard when you got a fighter like Shakur Stevenson, just not really engaging in the fight. But it was cool.
Rayo, when you go to sleep at night and you're thinking about the rematch with Chris Colbert, before you drift off into dreamland, what are some of the things that are going across your mind? What are you visualizing?
Um, well, I believe this is a title eliminator. It's a 12-round fight. So
Mm.
after I get through Chris, I see myself fighting for that belt and winning.
And it's significant that it's a 12-round fight because if my memory serves me correctly, in watching that fight, I remember distinctly from ringside that Colbert seemed to be buzzed and kind of he looked like he was in dire straits in the end of the 10th round,
Yeah,
ended it against the far ropes. Yeah, he was doing a little dance, it looked like maybe. And even after the referee broke you guys, if you go back and watch the tape, I'm sure you have, when he was going back to the corner, he still was really stiff leg, man. You think that a 12-round fight would help you capitalize on the sustained damage that you were giving out?
I think so. I think so. I don't know if it'll go 12 rounds, but if it do, I'll be ready, and I'll be ready to put the pressure on him, capitalize.
What's it been like being around Robert Garcia?
It's been a great experience. Just learning new things, picking up new things from all these great different fighters he has here. Bam Rodriguez as well, another good lefty. He's
Fighting this
all
weekend, is.
Yeah, he fights this weekend too in Arizona. So just picking up from everybody. It's just been an overall great experience.
Have you gotten a chance to run into Virgil Ortiz Jr.?
Yep. Virgil just got in to camp not too long ago, so been talking to him a bit, watching him and his dad. His dad pulling me to the side, giving me a few tips. It's just been good, man. Everybody here looking at help me out with the little advice and stuff, so it's good.
Rayo, fight week. Here we go. Rematch. Chris Colbert coming to town. What's happening? How
Yes,
excited
sir.
are you? I know you pumped.
Yeah, man. I'm very excited. I'm very happy. Um, you know, I just can't wait. It's fight week, and I feel good.
How did this come about? Last time out, March 25 on the undercard, Caleb Plant versus David Benavidez. Great fight. After the fight, I remember Chris Colbert saying, man, no rematch. Vehemently, no rematch. How did he change his mind? Tell us how the rematch come about?
He didn't want to fight me, man. He didn't want to fight me. I think he was forced into this fight. You know, he had other plans to go and fight Hector Garcia, but, you know, I think he was forced into it, and I think it's going to show Saturday night.
And speaking of Saturday night, man, I know that you can't wait to get your hands on Chris Colbert. Last time out, dropping a unanimous decision versus Chris Colbert. But in that fight, first round, you dropped him, and it was probably one of the ugliest knockdowns that we've seen this year, man. Go back, talk to us about the fight and how it went.
It was you know, it was a good fight. You know, I dropped him in the first round. Then I feel like every round I just would put it on him. I would pull off a bit and then put him back on him, you know, but I think that was my mistake, you know, just kind of letting him live. But this time is going to be different. You know, I came out to Riverside from my training camp to, you know, Robert Garcia's gym, and, you know, I'm in great strength and conditioning. I got a great strength and conditioning coach. I'm in great shape, so ready to go.
Okay, and you looked to be in great shape last time out. If you can briefly just touch on what helped you come to the decision to come out to RGBA?
A few different things, but I just had to do kind of what was better for me, you know. Training up in Seattle wasn't that's my hometown, so that wasn't really, you know, it was good. It was cool, but, you know, it could be better.
Okay, and speaking of better, when we talk about the RGBA, one of the most classy organizations in the fight game, run by Robert Garcia. Talk to us about how things have been down with Robert Garcia, like sparring and kind of your interaction with his stable of guys. He's got some good guys down there.
Yeah, he has a whole bunch of great guys in here. So yeah, man, these guys, you know, he opened his doors for me. You know, I was able to bring my new trainer in here, and we were able to set up shop. I got a chance to work with a lot of different great fighters, sparring, you know, 3 times a week. It was just a great experience overall. All good, humble people, and, you know, I just got a great camp, and I'm very happy.
Excellent, man. When we start talking about the rematch with Chris Colbert, I have to touch back on the first fight. Widely contested, and a lot of people felt like you won the decision. Naturally, you didn't get the nod. Do you feel like you've got to apply more pressure in this time out with Chris Colbert?
I think I just not gonna let him off the hook once I heard him. You know, once I heard him, I'm gonna just keep my foot on the gas. I got more than enough condition to go all 12 rounds, so I'm very happy. It'll be a good one.
Fighting up in Minnesota on the last card to be with Showtime and PBC, with a storied history in boxing like Showtime. Have you given it much thought to maybe you want to be the last big time KO in the history of Showtime boxing?
Yeah, I definitely have. You know, very blessed to be in this position. You know, I want to thank Showtime for that. I've got a chance to fight in Minneapolis once, in Minnesota, when I fought Austin Dulé, and that was the fight that Al Heyman signed me. So, you know, I have great memories there. It's a great venue, and, you know, I'm very excited to go back and end the show with the bang.
Well, we look forward to seeing you this weekend. Rayo Valenzuela, Chris Colbert, Part 2, Minneapolis, Minnesota, at the Armory. Is that correct?
That's right, at the Armory.
Excellent. Showtime boxing. Fight fans, tune in. You don't want to miss this fight. Rayo, party message for your fans, if you got to say something to everybody out there that believes in you.
Tune in on Showtime. You know, it's gonna be a hell of a fight. It's gonna be explosive. You know, Chris is gonna come fight. I'm gonna come to fight. It's gonna be a good, you know, explosive fight. And it's for all my fans who've been supporting me, I want to thank you guys again from the bottom of my heart. all those who stood beside me after that lost L, you know, we're gonna come back and there's gonna be redemption.
Last message for Chris Colbert.
Just show up. Just show up.
There you have it, fight fans. Rayo Valenzuela, Marcus Hayes, Fight Hub TV. Rayo, thanks for your time, brother, as always.